Coding for the Little Brains.
Hello everyone, welcome to a brand new video from Coding for the Little Brains. I hope you all are liking the videos from this channel. So today we are going to do a new program. The program goes like this. A man is walking in the park or something, and on his way he'll get coronavirus and masks. So he should dodge the coronavirus and he should get hold of the masks. Other rules for the program goes like this. If the man comes in contact with the coronavirus, and we will have a life or a health for the program, so that variable life should be decreased by 2 points. And if he comes in contact with the mask, life should be increased by 2 points. And if life is 0, game should be over. Please watch till the end of this video because I have a challenge coming up for you. And if you finish that challenge, please send it to me by email. And in my next video, I will publish that. Please send it to me with your name, school, and which class you are studying in. And in my next video, I'll publish that. So now let's see how this is done. So now first let's select a backdrop. So I'll select this colorful city. And now let's select a sprite. I'll go for this one. Now our aim is to make this person walking, right? And now if you see, this sprite is too big as compared to the backdrop. This is too big, right? So we need to reduce the size of this sprite. How will we reduce this? Can you see a size here? Size variable here. So now it is 100. So if you increase this one, it will go big, and if you decrease it, it will go small. So let's make it 50. So now let's make this person walking. So how we are going to do this is, like, whenever we press the right arrow key, she should move towards the right, and whenever we press the left arrow key, she should move towards left. So now we'll go to events, and there you can see when key pressed. Click and drag this here, and if you click on the drop down, you can see there is an option right arrow and left arrow. So select left arrow in that, and now in motion we will select move 10 steps. So when left arrow key is pressed, this will move 10 steps. And we'll change to the next costume to get a walking effect. So now let's see whether it is working. It's working, but she is not pointing towards the left side. Actually, she should face towards this side and walk, right? So for that, what we will do, you can see a direction over here. Now this is on this one. That means it will rotate. If you change this, the sprite will rotate. And here you can see a flip sign. It's flip, so it will turn left and right. So select that to left and right, and then make this point to left side. So how we will do that? Go to motion and point in direction. You can see point in direction, point in direction. Now this is pointing to 90 degree this side, right? So to make it point to this side, what we should do, we should make it point to minus 90. So resetting to the same 90 again, and in the code we will make it point in direction minus 90. Now let's see whether our sprite is pointing to the left side when we are pressing the left arrow key. See, now it is pointing to left side, right? We should use the same code for the right arrow key pressed also. So how we will copy this code? Duplicate and just click it here and change this to right arrow. So now let's see, and point in direction, it should point to plus 90. So point to plus 90. So now I am going to test whether this is working by pressing the left arrow and right arrow in the keyboard. So I'll press left arrow, see the person is walking towards the right side, and if I press left arrow, it is pointing towards the left side and walking. Now let's make the coronavirus fall from up. So for that we will choose a sprite. I'll upload one sprite which I have already saved here. So I'll go to, these are the two sprites I have, two images I have kept for coronavirus and mask. So I'll open that here. Now let's change this to 40 and this one also to 40. So when the program starts, we should not be seeing this coronavirus and the mask. These two sprites we should not be seeing. So for that, what we will do, when flag clicked, we should make this hide. If you go to looks, you can make this hide. We want this sprite to be falling from top n number of times. Like maybe at first we will make it fall 5 times, then we will change it to 10 times. So how we will do that? We'll make a copy of it 5 times and we will do the coding in these 5 sprites. Is that the way we are going to do it? Do you think that's efficient? That's not efficient, right? Why? Because let's say after 1 or 2 days you see that there is a bug in the code. This is in this sprite code, there is a bug. So then what you have to do, you have to change in all these places, right? And let's say you have 100 copies of this. Then you have to change in all the 100 places. It will be a mess then. So what we will do, we will create a copy. We will create a copy of this sprite and we will tell the program to create a copy, create these many number of copies, and we will just change the number whenever we want. So let's say in the first time you will make a copy 5 times, 5 copies of this sprite. In the next time you want to make 100, you want to make 1000, you can just change that particular number and in no other place you have to change it. And after some time, if you see a bug also, then you need to fix only in one place, not at 100 places or 1000 places. Okay, so for that, how we will do? So when flag clicked, we will write in the, this is our main sprite, we'll write in that one. When flag clicked, we'll go to event. When flag clicked, we'll tell the program to create a copy of this coronavirus. Okay, to create a copy of this coronavirus, where we will go? We'll go to, I'm also not sure where, there is a message where it's create clone of, okay, create clone of myself. When flag click, create clone of myself. Now instead of myself, we should give this corona. Okay. When flag click, create clone of corona. So how many clones we have to create? We will create, at first we'll create let's say 10. So repeat. So we will, when flag clicked, what will be repeated for 10 times? Create clone of corona. So 10 copies will be created. And flag is clicked, we have created 10 copies. Now what we want to do with these 10 copies? We want these 10 copies to be falling from the top. We want one sprite to be falling from here, one from here, one from here, one from here, like that. It should be changing its position, right? So like so how will we tell the program it should change position? So here, can you see an x and y axis here? This is the horizontal one is the x axis and the vertical one is the y axis. So if you see, if I change the position, the x and y axis are changing, right? So the y axis is remaining constant. If I start from the top, the y axis is remaining constant, right? It's in 146, 145, but the x axis is changing, like from negative 198 to negative plus 196, it is changing. So we should be telling the program to start the coronavirus from y position, which is 148, but the x position should be varying from minus 197 to plus 195. Because this program doesn't know, like when you go to a play area, what you will say? You will tell your friend, come, let's go to the ball pit, or come, let's go to the slide. But we cannot tell the sprite to fall from the top of this umbrella or fall from top of this hello scratch. The program doesn't know that. The only thing the program knows is the x and the y axis. So we will use the x and y axis to make the sprite fall from different positions. Okay. So now when this clone is created, what we have to do? We have to make it fall, right? When I start as a clone, what we have to do? We have to make it fall. So for that, go to motion and go to x and y. We said y here is almost a constant. We'll make it 146. Y will be 146. So that the copies will be always starting from this area. And the x position needs to be changed, right? Every time the x position needs to be changed. So how will we change the x position? It should be changed between minus 199 to plus 150. No, sorry, that's a y. Plus 199. So how will we do that? So that means the x position should be a random pick from minus 199 to plus 199. So how will we do that? Here in the operators you can see there is a pick random. Pick random from minus 199 to plus 199. So that it will be moving around in this area. So now let's see whether it's working. Now I have clicked the flag. It's not working. Why is it not working? We need to fix it. What happened now is when flag clicked, all the 10 copies will be created at once. And these are all not falling also. So we need to fix these things, right? So what we will do, when flag clicked, we will make it hidden. When flag clicked, go to looks and make it hidden only. And when I start as a clone, go to a random position and then show these sprites, so that we can have an effect of these sprites showing at different times, different places. Okay, now it is showing at different places. Now this is not perfect, right? So what we want these sprites to be displayed. Let's say there is a waiting time of 1 second or 0.5 second between each sprite. The first one will fall, after 0.5 second the second one will fall, then the third one, like that it should happen. So to do that, we'll put a waiting time. Wait for 1 second and then change the y position, so that it will be falling from different places, right? So then change y by, why are we changing the y direction? So it should come down, right? It should, if we change the x position, these sprites will be moving horizontally only. We want these sprites to be coming down. So in order to make the sprite come down, we will change the y position. So if we to come down, we need to change the y position. So we'll change y by let's say minus 10 or plus 10, something like that. Change y by minus 10 because we want it to come down, not go up, right? So change y by minus 10. Now let's see. Now our aim is to make this sprite fall down. So we have made this change y by minus 10, but we need to put this in a loop so that the sprite will be, we will get a falling effect for the sprite. Put that in the repeat loop. In repeat loop, we'll put that for, let's say, for 100 times. We'll put that when I start as a clone. So now the sprite is falling, right? But it's all falling at the same time. That's not the thing we want, right? We want each one to be falling from different positions, and there should be a waiting time between each sprite. So how will we do that? So now everything has come down, but it's not hidden. So after coming down, we should again hide it. So let's go to events looks and then hide it. Again test it. When flag is clicked, it's coming down and then it's hidden. So we'll just make the waiting time here as 0.5 seconds. So now all are coming down at the same time, right? Before creating each clone, we'll put a waiting time, so that by that time the other clone had come and it would have fallen down. So wait 1 second. 1 second will be too much, I think. It has come down. See? Now when we first set the rules, we said that this program will be having a life for health. And whenever it touches the coronavirus, whenever the man touches the coronavirus, the life should be decreased by 2 points. So we will create a new variable called life. Make a variable, click on make a variable, and we will name it as life. And there is an option here for all sprites or for this sprite only. Now we want this sprite to be available across all sprites, right? Because we want to check in the code for the man also and the code for coronavirus and mask, we need to check whether life is equal to 0. Less than or equal to 0, game should be over. So we should make this sprite, this variable available across all sprites. There will be cases when we will create a variable only for one sprite. So that time you need to check on this one for this sprite only. Now I'll create for all sprites and click on OK. So now when the flag is clicked, we will set the life to say 20. So whenever flag is clicked, now this life is showing here and it is 20, right? Now our aim is whenever the man touches the coronavirus, this life should be decreased by 2 points. So how will we do that? Remember last time we did the sensing thing, sensing the edge. So here we should sense the sprite, right? So let's go to drag this if block over here. When left arrow pressed, if, we'll go to touching. Here you can see all the sprites are available for this program is coming in the drop down. So here we will select corona. If touching corona, then what we should do? We should reduce the life by 2 points. So how will we do that? Change life by -1. In the variable section, you can see change. Whatever variable we have created, we can select from this drop down. Now we have only one variable, so it is already coming here. Change life by -2. Okay. And now we should know, right, whenever the man touches this coronavirus, we should know he has touched. So we'll play some sound. So if touching, we will play. And now let's click the flag. Let's make the man. See, the pop sound is there. And see, the life has also decreased by 18 points. I mean, not decreased by 18 points. It is decreased by 2 points. It is decreased by 2 points and now the life is 18. So if you want to change the sound, you can change it, you can record it. Shall I record something? Caution, coronavirus is around. Play. Caution, coronavirus is around. Caution, coronavirus is around. See, and we will play this sound. Okay, so how to do that? You go to this one, and now if you see the sound section, you have two sounds, the recording you made and the pop sound. Click on this and you will get the recording what we have made. So now let's see whether it is working. See now the life here is 18, right? And in the program we have mentioned that, said that when the flag is kicked, this should be 20. So let's see whether it is working. See now, caution, coronavirus is around. See, when it is touching, it is playing that sound also. Okay. Now we had made the sensing code only when left arrow key is pressed. So we should make the arrow key pressed also, right? So how will we copy the code? Right click, duplicate, and then drag it here. Now here we have to change it to 2. Change life by, change life by -2. That's correct. Sorry. If touching corona, then change life by -2. And now I'll make a clone. I'll make, say, 20 clones so that so many are coming. Caution, coronavirus is around. Caution, coronavirus is around. We'll do, instead of writing it at so many places, here also we are using it, here also we are using. So instead of writing it at so many places, what we will do, here you can see my block. We will make a block. Call this block in each sprite. And then in future, if we have to change it, we have to change it only one place. We don't have to change at 3 places. So I'll name this block as sensing. Yes, and these are the input parameters that this block will take. That is, if we want to pass a parameter from these sprites to the block, you can use any of these. Now we don't have any input parameters to pass, so I'll just click on OK. So now we need to define sensing. How we will define sensing? We will take this code and we will put it here. Now instead of using these 4 lines of code in the block, if you go in the block, you can see this sensing is available here. We can just put this sensing over here. Similarly, for this one, delete this one and put this sensing over here. And now let's see whether it's working or not. Okay. So it's working. Now say the life has become -4. So when the life becomes 0, we should display a game over message, right? So let's see how to do that. For that, what we will do, we'll switch to a new backdrop, a red backdrop or something, and then we will make a game over there. Okay. So let's go to paint and let's select a rectangle. I'll fill it with the red color and then we will write game over. This will make it white. The text will make white. This text will make white. Let's make it big. Just drag it and it will become big. To change the font, go here and change the font. So this is backdrop 3. See, this is backdrop 3. So now if we press the flag, what's happening is the backdrop is not changing to a previous one, the colorful city background. It is happening in the program is running in the game over background. That's not the thing what we want. So how we will fix that? We'll go to this Averi walking, and when flag clicked, we will set the backdrop to the backdrop we want. So when flag clicked, go to looks and switch backdrop to colorful city. And now let's try. See, now it has become this backdrop. And now let's make the life 0. See, now it is -4, right? So what we should do, at the point when the life becomes 0, we should display the game over screen. So for that, sensing code itself, what we will do, we will say if life is, we will put the if condition. If life is less than or equal to 0, display that backdrop. Life equal to 0. Life equal to 0. How will we put the life here? Variable, we can drag the variable over here. If life equal to 0, then switch backdrop to, go to looks, and here you can see switch backdrop to, that was backdrop 2, right? Backdrop 2. Now let's see whether it is working. Now the screen has displayed, but still the sprite is falling down. The Corona sprite is falling down and the man is also visible. So what we will do, if life equal to 0, we should stop everything. We should stop everything. Now let's test it. So now the sprite is stopped. The sprites are not falling down, but now the man is visible. So let's make this man hide. Go to looks and just drag the hide under the switch backdrop. Now let's test it. So now it's game over. And nothing is to be seen here, right? Now we have not done any coding for the mask part, right? So earlier we said that whenever the man comes in contact with mask, we need to increase the point by 2. So what are the steps we need to do? Whatever coding we have done for the corona part, we need to do for mask also. So I'll copy the corona code to the mask code. So just click here and then drag this code to mask, and this one also to mask. This is how you copy code from one sprite to another. Now if you go to mask, you have the code there. When flag clicked and when I start as a clone here. Now in the code for the man, we need to create the clone for the mask also. So just click on the repeat block, right click on the repeat block, duplicate, and then drag it under the code. Repeat 100, create clone of mask, right? I have named it as grass. I'm so sorry. You should not do it that way. It should be mask only. Whenever you create a sprite or any variable, it should be named meaningfully, so that looking at the name itself, you will know what it is. I'm so sorry for this. Create a clone of mask for 100 times, right? And then the next part is, in the sensing also, we need to sense the mask. So what I'll do, I'll just put it down, and then this if part I'll just duplicate and put it down, and then connect everything. So if touching corona, change the life by -2, and if touching grass, change life by +2. We need to increase the points, right? And now I am playing the same pop sound for both corona and grass. Now let's test it. If you see now, only the corona blocks are coming, right? And there is one more bug. What is it? This sprite is not to be seen. Why is it so? Because earlier when we set the program not to show the man, but when flag clicked, still the man is hidden. So we should tell the program to show the man. So what we will do, when flag clicked, we will make this sprite, switch backdrop to colorful city and show. Okay. So now the man is here. So the program starts from the, whenever flag is clicked, the program starts from the previous point itself where you have stopped. That's why this man was starting from here. So let's say that the man should always start from this side. So how will we do that? Check the X and Y positions here. X and Y position. So when flag clicked, we'll do all the settings here. Switch backdrop to colorful city, show the man, and the man should be in position where go to X is here -210 and Y is -76. Okay. So the man will start from there. Okay. Now if you see, only the corona sprites are coming down. The mask sprite is not coming down. Why is it so? Because if you see the code here, what we are telling the program to do is repeat 100 times, create a clone of corona, then repeat 100 times, create clone of grass. So what I am doing now is, first the 100 copies of corona is created, and then only the 100 copies of grass will be created. So how will we fix this? We should create both at the same time. That's so that both will be falling at the same time, right? So we will create clone of grass inside this loop. We need only one loop, not two loops. And then delete this loop. Let's run this. So now if you see, whenever it is touching the mask, the number is increasing, and whenever it is touching corona, it is decreasing the points, right? So now if you have noticed that the mask and the corona are coming at the same time, they're coming together, right? So let's put a wait here. 5 seconds wait. So whenever it is touching this thing, whenever it is touching coronavirus, the points are decreasing, and whenever it is touching the mask, the points are increasing. And if it is 0, the game is over. Now one more thing, here we are repeating just 100 times, right? But instead of repeating 100 times, what we should do is only till life is 0. So we will remove this block, keep it here, repeat 100. We'll put here life equal to 0. Go here, drag this one over here, and set the variable as life equal to, repeat until life equal to 0. So the same code we need to put it in corona also. So I'll change this one, repeat until life equal to 0. Delete this one. And now I have a challenge for you. You can consider this as a homework or something. Now if you see that in our program, whenever we press right arrow key and left arrow key only, the sensing is happening, right? So if we don't press the right arrow key or left arrow key, if the man is just standing there and the corona or mask has fallen over him, the life will not be changed. So now I want you all to try this to make it work. And if you have made that work, please send it to me over email along with your name, school and which class you are studying. And in my next video, I'll publish that. Thank you so much.
Coding for the little brains. Please share, like, and subscribe.